Okay, let's get going here. So welcome to today's webinar, Tips for Attracting Top Talent, Why Job Seekers Choose iHire. My name is Jason Harless. I'm a digital marketing specialist. Today we'll be giving you an inside look at the candidate experience on iHire, and we'll share tips on how to create attention-grabbing job ads. If you have questions during the presentation, you can drop them in the Q&A and we'll answer them at the end. But before we begin, I thought it would be a nice time to take a quick poll. So I'm wondering, after you create your job ads and you post them, do you review them from the job seeker perspective? Take about 30 seconds to collect some answers. It's like a lot of you are saying most of the time or sometimes. About 5 more seconds. Okay, looks like a pretty even split among always, most of the time, and sometimes. I think that sometimes getting that perspective can help you make your job ads even better, and that's how we're going to start things today. Before we dive deeper into some strategies for getting your jobs noticed by highly qualified candidates. Today's presenter, Molly Floyd, is a client relationship manager here at iHire, and she's going to walk us through our candidate experience and then share tips on ways you can attract top talent to your jobs. Molly came to iHire in 2019 after a career in education. Her experience as a teacher and a principal developed her ability to nurture relationships, collaborate with others, and balance the needs of multiple stakeholders. Molly focuses on the unique challenges of our clients and develops solutions to ensure their experiences with our industry-focused recruiting tools are personalized, seamless, and rewarding. And with that, I'll turn it over to Molly.
Thank you for that introduction, Jason. Good morning and good afternoon to those of you attending our webinar this afternoon, our time. We're excited to have you here and spend some time digging into the job seeker experience and how, as an employer, you can leverage that information to optimize your profile with us as you use our products. So we'll go ahead and dig in here. We'll start with when a new job seeker visits iHire.com, they'll land here and we'll present to them 50 plus industry specific sites. And what they can do is search by a career title, keywords or skills that they're interested in, and search. And then we're going to narrow down that focus for them and share with them communities that match those preferences. And so you can see in this example, the candidate search for digital marketing specialist. And here we present them then with sites that match that and give them a little preview of the numbers of different titles that show up there in those communities. So from here, they'll choose to go to the specific site that they're most interested in. And our candidates are able to have more than one community that they're visiting. So once they choose the first one and land here on this page, we gauge their urgency, their level of urgency. So our employers then can connect with active job seekers immediately. And if they're more of a passive job seeker, then you can still engage with them and pipeline them for future positions. And so this is just a screenshot here of what that looks like as they share with us their level of urgency in finding a new job or their next job. So we're going to dig in a little bit here on tools that our candidates use for success. And the first one here is our iMatch technology. As candidates engage with their profile, add skills and preferences, search for specific jobs, star jobs as their favorites, or discard jobs as they're not a good fit for them, our technology will learn those preferences and then continue to build on that and present them with jobs that match perfectly. We also have this resume match feature where as they're being presented with jobs according to the preferences as they visit the site and their profile, we will share with them how well their resume matches that job description. And you can see that circled here in this example as a 79% match. We also offer services for our candidates to write resumes. So here they have, professional support, a certified team member working one-on-one with them, working to help, perfect the design, adding the right keywords to help highlight their skills and preferences. We also have a plethora of resources available to our candidates. And what's neat about this is as they focus in on the communities that they're most interested in, that's the type of advice and information that we're going to present to them. So in this marketing profile here for James, the candidate, in our example here, you're going to see that type of industry advice being presented. We also offer online courses to our candidates. So as they are searching for jobs and want to increase their skills in certain areas, they're welcome to come here to this part of their profile and search for specific courses to help them grow in certain areas. And some of these courses are available for no charge. And then we also do have for a nominal fee, they can access other courses as well. So what candidates see when they view your job? In this example, a marketing associate position is being presented, and they can see the job description. Anything that you post in that job ad will be shared here. And then they're going to see how well their resume matches to this job description with this feature here off to the right. They can apply from this space, they can save it for later in their profile, or they can discard. And again, that goes back to the iMatch technology. And so those types of actions are going to just help us present them with the best fitting jobs for them according to their preferences. They can click on that score and hone in a little bit more in depth on why their score is what it is. And so we're going to share with them like how many of the technical skills match from their resume to this job description, or tasks that are in the job, knowledge, or soft skills. And so this is an opportunity for the candidate to reflect on how well of a fit they are with this particular job, and then maybe point out that they have missed something in their resume or have forgotten maybe to add a skill that they do actually have to help optimize their matching to this position. So this is where a majority of you shared that you sometimes or most of the time do preview your job ad. And it will just give you a basic view of what that will look like for the candidate. And we do note here that we will optimize the ad for a mobile experience, depending on the industry or certain career titles. There are several candidates, a percentage that will expect a seamless and nice experience on their mobile device. And so we take care of that for you. So with that knowledge, how can you use it to leverage your employer profile? We, when working with employers, we, try to call out the company culture as much as possible in the profile. This information really helps candidates connect to your company, to your brand, and determine their level of interest in working for you and with you. In this example, these are our core values, and they're highlighted here. It allows anyone looking at our open positions to really get a good idea of what our company stands for. And so we recommend our employers to do the same, to call out that culture. We also have a program called Choice Employer. And this allows candidates to see and to know that if you as an employer are part of this program, that there's three things you're committing to. One, you're an equal opportunity employer. Two, your application process is fairly short and sweet, maybe 10 minutes or less. And importantly, I want to say most importantly, but those other two are very important as well. But we really work hard to make sure that our employers are communicating with the candidates on our site to let them know that they've received their application, it's being reviewed, or they're hoping to fit you in another position down the road, or that you'd like to move forward and go to the next phase of your process in an interview, or whatever that next step may be. And once you become a choice employer and part of this program, there will be a badge on your profile, and each of your job postings will be noted as this too. You'll have this badge of honor, if you will. So with communicating with applicants, we have a few things built into our system to help our employers do this. We do have some automated emails that once you're reviewing an application, that notifies the candidate. We also have a messaging system within our platform where you can select the candidate and invite them to the next step of an interview, or let them know that unfortunately they're not a great fit for this one, but you will consider them for future positions. We have all of those tools built in. We have templates available to you. And then there's also flexibility within the system for you to create your own template and use that for future use as well. So with our profiles, another important piece is to include your benefits of the company, what you offer to your employees. And there's a space on our profile page for each employer to advertise or promote this information, so that once again, candidates just have a little bit more information about your company and what you stand for. We have ones that you are just pre-populated, and you can click on the ones that match your company. And we also have a feature where you can write in unique ones that fit just your company. So there's some flexibility there as well. We also have a space on your company profile where the open jobs that you have will be displayed. So candidates can search for your jobs through the previous tools that we shared. Or if they're visiting your company profile, they can see the openings from this place as well. And if you, for a certain amount of time, or for whatever reason you do not have open jobs at this time, the company profile is still available for our candidates to view and to learn about your company, to decide if they're interested or not. We have a feature where they can express that interest to you, and then within your profile, on the employer side, you'll get a lead. It'll fall into like a lead category. And so even though you're not currently hiring or actively seeking candidates, we still allow candidates to express that interest to you, and you can build your pipeline with no open positions. We also have a space on the profile for you to add photographs, as well as employee testimonials. And you can see this is from our page, our iHire page. And, it's always, we recommend this to our employers. There's nothing really more powerful than to hear what your current employees are saying about your company. It's a really great way to connect what employees are feeling to the job seekers. It's selling your company to them, and oh, this sounds really great, I'd love to work at this place. So ways to attract more talent and save time. We know how important saving time is and using the time we have efficiently. So we have some tips and tricks that we share with our employers, and these are the 7 keys to a compelling job ad. So not only do we work with our employers to build their profile so that candidates are engaged and they can learn more about you, we help you create an optimized ad itself so that when candidates are viewing that, they can learn just as much about you and really know what that specific position is all about. So with these tips, we always recommend a pretty short and sweet title. The lead in would be selling yourself a little bit. Why should this candidate work for you? Especially if they have a job, and are just kind of passively seeking. What is it about your company that they would love to work for you, or why they would love to work for you? And then the job description and benefits. Um, these are important. Sometimes they're overlooked or assumed that, if somebody is looking for this type of position, they're going to know what the description is. But really, it is important to write that out and to share it with the candidate so there's no question or level of uncertainty. When there is that level of uncertainty or unclarity, candidates are more likely to disengage and just simply view your ad and not actually apply. So although it seems like obvious, maybe, this dentist should understand all the duties, but it's worth taking the time to spell out that description and adding the benefits there. Culture, again, is big. We hit on that. The skills and requirements that you're looking for, let the candidate know that. That's going to save you time in the long run, and help candidates know that you're looking for someone with 5 years of experience or 3 or less, just like putting it out there so they can see and know what you're looking for. It helps both people save time, should they apply or not, and then you'll have a talent pool to look through that's more qualified for your specific requirements. And then a short line or two on how to apply. Either it's internally within our platform, or we do have the ability to take the candidate offsite to apply through your applicant tracking system or your career site. So that's an option. And then a nice closing, thanking them, and letting them know that you'll be in touch. So we have a few examples, just to call out what a weak job, is considered on our iHire platform versus a strong. And as you're posting jobs with us, we do have a job optimizer tool that will review your ad, help you pull in skills that will match the candidates that you're seeking. You don't have to use them, but they're there. We're recommending them, and provide a score for you. It'll let you know right there that this is weak because of the length or the lack of skills, all the way up to strong. So this would be considered weak because it's so short. There's not a lot of information there to engage the client. Another example here, basic information, but really not a lot, just a few bullets. It could use some help with our tips and tricks as far as adding in a lead and culture and information, to go a little more in depth to provide the candidate on our site the information that they're seeking. So an example of a stronger ad that has the requirements, a little bit of information about the company. It breaks down the benefits, responsibilities, and then and about the company again at the end. So this is just a little more visually pleasing. It's broken up with some bullets. It's not super long, but it's not super short either. And then another example here of a stronger ad with the job description, calling out the duties and experience, the education that they're seeking, and then some benefits. So additional ways to attract more time, kind of in a way, attract more talent and save you time. Calling out you ways that you're unique, like if these positions are remote, or perhaps you have a high pay for the area, unique benefits that your company offers, or employer awards. All of those extra details are intriguing and ways to engage with our candidates. So we recommend adding any of that special information that makes your company, makes you stand out from the others. So we do work with our employers on the job description and using keywords for search engine optimization. Um, as I mentioned before, we have our job optimizer tool within our platform. As you're posting a position, our system is going to look at the career title. It's going to look at what site you're posting from. It's going to look at the keywords and skills that you have in the ad. And then it's going to recommend off to the side additional skills and keywords that you could use. Because what this does is it looks at candidates' profiles, resumes that are fitting to your job description. And our system also looks at other jobs that are similar to yours and makes recommendations. So the stronger you can make your ad, and then on the flip side of our candidates, the stronger that they can make their resume and profile with the suggestions we make and the skills we provide and the tools that they could use. That's how we like marry the two of you together to have this perfect match and get your job in front of the right candidates and the right candidates to your open positions. So making applying easy. We have, this quick apply feature where candidates stay on our site, and through a mobile experience, this is ideal to have a short and sweet process where you're gathering and collecting the right information at the beginning to know if this candidate is going to be the best fit for you to move to the next step. We do recommend to our employers to avoid sending applicants off-site to a career site or through the ATS. We know that that's not totally avoidable, but we do see a drop-off rate. Anytime you're having additional opportunities for clicks and for moving from one page to another, there's just going to be a drop-off rate. So we like to work with our employers to help find ways for the candidate to stay on our site, but we do have the option of taking candidates off site. And with that, we offer an opportunity for tracking to take place so that the appropriate attribution is tied back to iHire so that you can see the success is coming from our site. So we have tracking pixels that we can share with you, and then we can see, candidates completing those applications. Certain ATSs might provide you a source code. We can show you where to put that in your job description flow so that it's all kind of built in and the numbers then are collected appropriately. And then, as mentioned before, we do provide a mobile experience, just automatically turn your job description into an easily readable and accessible description from a mobile device. So I feel like we covered a lot of information here. We're about 25 minutes in and ready for our Q&A session.
All right, thanks, Molly. Well, I was here and I learned a lot of stuff, so that was really cool. Thank you. All right, well, while we have Molly here, folks, start sending in your questions so we can get them answered for you. Let's see, taking a look here. Well, looks like we got one came in. Let's see. I'm not sure if my job ads are reaching the right candidates. Is there someone at iHire who can help me make them better?
Yes, most definitely. So that someone that can help you make your job ads better is our customer success team. We have an awesome team that's here to support you, and we are here to work one-on-one with you and review your profile, review your ads, make sure they're on the appropriate community. Maybe they belong on two communities, and work with you to match the right candidates to your position. So most definitely we have a team to help you throughout your journey.
Very cool. Um, Next question. Sometimes candidates apply, but they have match scores that are below 80%. Should I still reach out to them or should I ignore them?
Yes, so that's a great question. You know, the score, the match score is one score, and there's a variety of reasons why it is the score that it is. So short answer is yes, engage with them. Do not ignore them. Coming from an education background, you know, we were always in the mindset that one data point is one data point. So to not just solely depend on that one number, to not make a big decision based on one number. It's part of the picture for sure. So use it to help guide you in your decision making. But the variables that come into play here are, you know, how strong the job ad is and how strong the candidate's resume is, and so those two pieces together are providing that score. So if you have a weak job ad and a strong resume, that score is going to not be a totally accurate picture for you to look at. So it's important to use it, to think about it, but to definitely review and take a look at that candidate regardless.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I cannot reach a machinist. Is there a point of contact that could help me review my profile and my ads?
Yes, I think that point of contact would be your client relationship manager. If you have that job posted currently on our site, there should be information in your profile of the person to contact. There's a lovely picture and a phone number, email. You can schedule a 5 minute to 30-minute call with your client relationship manager, and we'll take that time with you to really optimize your profile and the ad to make sure that you're getting the results that you're looking for.
Cool. Kind of segueing into that, next question is there an additional fee to work with a customer success team?
No, we come with your subscription, so we're part of the deal. Yes.
Next question, how do you drive candidates to your platform?
So we have a variety of ways that we bring candidates to our platform. We have a strong marketing team that will, you know, send emails and bring candidates to the site to get them to look at your positions. I don't know if Valerie, if you'd like to add anything to that from our team that I may be missing.
No, I think you covered it well, Molly.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
Cool. Next question. In my profile, I need assistance on where I can find candidates within my area, not out of the country. Is there a filter to help me out with that?
Yes, definitely. We do have a filter and a feature where we can work with you to add like an extra verification step to help filter that out. We know that that's an issue, you know, depending on the job title or industry, just in this industry as a general topic. And so iHire does have a feature where we can help minimize that, definitely. So that would just be a call or reach out to your client relationship manager to help make sure that that is on and working properly.
Great. This question is kind of related to something earlier. How are candidates learning about using iHire? But then the second part of it I think is interesting. How is iHire different from your competitors?
So we are different in, I think, a few big ways. And that the first one is our industry specific sites. So we are about quality of our candidates, not quantity. And you'll hear that while you're working with one of our sales associates and finding the best product for you. Um, we pride ourselves on that. We pride ourselves on giving you a smaller number, as crazy as that might sound at first, but like that smaller number is going to have less people that you have to sift out. We have things in place that are going to do that for you. So that's one way we're different. And then we hear from our customers consistently about the level of customer success that we provide. That's something that we pride ourselves on. You have one-on-one access, live access, direct phone numbers to these team members that are wanting and loving to work with you and help you and determine what success is and to drive you there, because your success is our success. So I think those are the two biggest ways that we stand out amongst our competitors for sure.
Great. The next question is, going back to the job ad examples that we saw earlier, do you recommend putting a salary in the job ad?
Yes, we do. We have that information within our platform, both as a resource for our candidates to search, what is the salary or wage in a specific area based on a career title. And we provide that information to our employers as well. We believe the more transparent and upfront you can be about a position, the better quality of candidates that you're going to have apply to those jobs.
Definitely. Once a job ad is posted, what is the success rate from posting to iHire? What is the average amount of time? I'm assuming the average amount of time before there's a hire after posting.
Yeah. That depends definitely on the position and the industry that you're on. It could be, weeks to a month or so or longer. I mean, it just depends on where your job is posted. The location has a big piece in it. There's so much that goes into it to help determine that time, the quality of your job ad, the candidate, the account of candidates around you. There's several factors that we can take a look at to help determine what that timeline is, so we can gauge success based on that information. And then I don't know if I answered the first part of that question. I think I focused on the second part.
Yeah, so what's the success rate?
Okay, yeah. So it just, again, it depends on the industry. We have data at our fingertips on our customer success team where we can look at the industry itself and see how it's performing. Share numbers with you that this number of views is an average in the last 30 days, and this is the amount of applications that have been started. And then we can compare that with your company to see if it's above average or below average, and then dig into why. Can something be improved on your end, our end? So we definitely take a look at that and help determine it together.
Cool. And apologies, they're doing some yard work outside, so the nature of working from home, right? So next question, I'm overwhelmed with applicants. How can I respond to all of them when I barely have enough time to respond to top candidates?
Yes, so lots of applicants. We have a variety of ways to help assist you in that situation. We have messaging within our platform, so to try to save time when you're communicating with applicants, we can message in bulk to our candidates. You can choose several at a time to send either a pipelining email or "I'm sorry, you're disqualified." We also have a pause feature where you can pause your job. And this allows you to receive all the benefits of your subscription, but just give you a break from those applicants coming in and give you some time to review what you do have, make decisions on the candidates that you are seeing and interacting with at that time. And then once you get to a place where you feel like, okay, I've got what I need, I can close that job, or, I'm ready to unpause the job and continue collecting new candidates. Those are ways we can help you with that.
Cool. And then one last question here. Our benefits package includes childcare. Should I feature that benefit in my profile? How many benefits should I list? I don't want to overwhelm applicants or shift focus from our core benefits.
That's a good question. So, kind of hits at home. Just as a working parent, I would say most definitely include that unique benefit in your ad. That would be appealing, I think, for candidates to see and know that you offer that. I don't think there's a perfect number of benefits to add or to not add. I mean, I don't think you should leave anything out that you offer, but I understand the concern of overwhelming candidates. So, I 5 to 10 benefits, maybe, just to show, some of the common ones that you have, but definitely the unique ones like the childcare, I would say, include those.
Definitely. Kind of gives you an opportunity to say more about your culture, right?
Yes, definitely.
All right, that's it for questions. So if you want to head to the next slide here, we will.
Sure.
I want to thank everyone for joining us today, especially Molly for that wonderful presentation. And I also just want to give a quick plug. Next month, the April Employer Webinar is on April 22nd. We're going to be talking about communicating with applicants, when, who, and how. We'll send around some emails for that. But yeah, thanks so much for everything, and have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.